Good morning students. Myself Swati Thakre, your science teacher of standard 8. We are going to start academic of this year with the first chapter, that is crop production. Let us start with introduction. All of you know that we all get food from plants and animals. For example, we get cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits and seeds from plants, and the milk, meat, egg we get from the animals. So we get food from plants and animals or both. So we all depend upon plants and animals for our daily food requirement. So in order to provide food to large number of population, it should produced on large scale. So in this chapter, we will learn about how does food will produced in large scale and what are the different methods which we use for this purpose. This all include in the field of agriculture. See, the next term is agriculture. The word agriculture comes from Latin word ager, means field, and colere means to cultivate. So the branch of science which deals with the study of method of food production is known as agriculture. Agriculture, it is the branch of science in which the methods of food productions are studied. That means what are the new techniques are developed nowadays that are studied under this branch. Next one is the agriculture practices, the practices that involve the use of method of food production. That means these are the practices in which the method of food productions are uses. They are used to grow the better variety of crops and to rear the animals and birds like cow and hen, so that they give more amount of milk and better quality of eggs. These are known as the agriculture practices. All of you know that different plants have the different requirement. So for example, paddy crop. Paddy crop require a lot of water, while cactus needs very little water to grow. The example for the apple thrive in the cold climate condition, while grain and cereals grow well in special prepared field in the plain. So before going to plant any crop, we should know the requirement of that plant or crop. So what are the requirement? That means what kind of soil they require, amount of water and all. This is all about the introduction. Now we will see about the crop in our next slide. As our chapter name is crop production, first we will see about what do you mean by the crop. See, the plants of same kind, whenever grown at one place on large scale, are collectively referred as crop. What is definition of crop? The plants of same kind, whenever grown at one place on large scale, are collectively referred as crop. For example, crop of wheat. Crop of wheat means that all the plants which are grown in the field are of wheat. There are certain types of the crops such as cereal type of crop, fiber type of crop, pulses type of crop, oilseed type of crop, root crop type. So cereals are example for the cereal type of crop are the paddy, wheat. Fiber type of crop are the jute, cotton. Pulses type of crop are the gram, peas, beans, oilseed, mustard, groundnuts, sunflower, sweet potato, tapioca, sugarcane, beetroot. Plantation crops are the coffee, tea, rubber, and certain medicinal crops. These are the example for these are the basil, that is tulsi, aloe vera. So these all are included in the crop type of plants. All of you know that the climatic conditions like temperature, humidity and rainfall, these are the factors which require for any kind of crop in the field. So these conditions are vary in India from region to region. So based on the season these crops are categorized into the two types. This we will see in the next slide. So there are two types of crops, kharif crops and the rabi crops. First we will see about the kharif crops. The kharif crops, these are the crops which are grown in the rainy season between June to October. These crops are depend upon the southwestern monsoon. The examples for this crop are paddy, cotton, soybean, groundnut, maize, sugarcane, rice, and while the rabi crops, these are the crops which are grown in the winter season between October to March. They are not depend upon the monsoon. For example, wheat, Legumes like clover, pea, gram, mustard, chickpea, almond. These all are the examples of Rabi crops. All of you know that crops are grown whether in the soil or water. So for the yield of good crop, a field has to be managed properly. So what we get from the crop, it's called as produce. And if you want to increase the quality and quantity of our crop, then we have to consider certain factors which determines the crop productivity. That means these factors are kind of soil, what kind of soil we use, uh, the quality of seed, whether the seed is of good quality or healthy or not, water availability, is water is plenty of water is available or not as per the requirement of that plant, implements or the instruments, certain agriculture practices, the protection from weeds, pest and pathogen to these crop. These all factors we have to consider regarding the crop productivity. So the agriculture products, they can be divided into certain groups, like suppose the category of millets. For example, millets are the sorghum, um, pear millets, that means the bajra. This is all about the crops. Now next one is the horticulture. See, we all studied about the various categories of food items, but some of the food items are missing. That is, these are the vegetables and fruits. So, horticulture. Horticulture, this word is derived from the Latin words, that is hortus, which means garden, and colere, which means to cultivate. So, just like other food items, vegetables and fruits are also essential item in our diet. So, for the growth and production of vegetables and fruit, they are studied under the branch of agriculture known as horticulture. The scientists which studied about the horticulture are known as horticulturists. And so these horticulturists can carry out certain research to find out the new method so that we get better idea or better varieties of fruits and flowers in large quantities. Here are certain categories of the horticulture. See the example, vegetable category. Example for this are tomato, cabbage, spinach. Fruit category, banana, grapes, apple. Ornamental plants, example croton, cactus, bougainvillea. And flower category, the examples are rose, jasmine, sunflower. So this is about the horticulture. Horticulture means it is regarding to the vegetables, fruits and flowers. I have told you in the previous slides about the agriculture, certain agriculture practices. What do you mean by the agriculture practice? Crops, certain examples of crops and their types. So now we will see about the agriculture produced. First, what do you mean by the agriculture produced and how we can improve that agriculture produced in various ways. See, the agriculture produce means the product which we get from the crop, that is from the agriculture. So if you want the food product which we get has better quality, then we have to improve the production of food by means of using certain agriculture practices. So let us study about some of the agriculture practices that help to produce a good crop yield. So here are the certain steps to improve this agriculture produced are, first step is the crop field should be open. See, why this crop field should be open? If they are open, so that the crops get abundantly sunlight and water, sunlight and air. The next step is it should protected from animals. This field should be protected from animals and the trespassers because they can avoid the damage of crops. The next one is the soil should be loosed and plugged. Before sowing, soil should be loosened and plugged because loosening and plugging allows the roots to penetrate easily so that roots can hold the plants firmly and breathe easily. The fourth one is the water availability. For the proper growth of plant, there requires the right amount of water. Okay, this also necessary for to improve the agriculture produced. Next one is the nutrient availability. If you want healthy growth of plant, then the proper or the sufficient amount of nutrients should be present in the soil so that that plant will grow properly. Next one is the removal of weeds. there are certain unwanted plants. See, weeds means these are the unwanted plants. For example, weeds that should be uprooted from the soils. If they grow in the soil, they will compete with the main plant for the nutrient and deprive them of their nourishment. So this is all about the steps which will improve the agriculture produce. These are the basic steps. Through that we can improve the agriculture produce means our main food production. If we want to increase the food production, then we can sow the good quality of seeds. Also we have to improve the methods of sowing. Also we can make the soil rich in nutrient and even use the better techniques for harvesting the crop. So the scientists have developed some agriculture practices. In that, first agriculture practice is the preparation of soil. All of you know that soil is the medium for the germination of seed and growth of crops. Also another function of soil is to provide water and minerals to the plant. So mainly the growth of plant depends upon fertility of soil, and as different plants require different kind of soil, then it is necessary to prepare that soil before growing the crops. Okay, so the preparation of soil means to add manure followed by turning, then loosening and leveling the soil by using certain agriculture tools. So that involves, this preparation of soil involves the process of loosening and turning the soil, which is called as tilling or plugging. So there are different tools which we use for the plugging are discussed in your next slide. So first we have I want to tell you about that. The one question is arise that why does soil needed to be turned and loosed? See, the answer for this question is that soil contains minerals, air, some living organism. So the dead plants and animals are decomposed by this soil organism, and in this way the nutrient present in the dead organism get released into the soil for absorption of plant. So only few centimeter of the top layer of soil supports the plant growth. If we do turning and loosening of soil, then it brings about nutrient rich soil to the top so that plant get these nutrients easily. Okay, that's why the loosening and plugging of soil is important. As I have told you in the previous slide, for the preparation of soil, there requires the tilling. Okay, tilling or the plugging. So soil is tilled with the help of the agriculture tool, that is plug. So we have to study here what is plug, the structure of plug and uses. See the structure. It is the tool which is made up of iron or wood. It is drawn by a pair of bulls or other animals. It consists of triangular iron strips. See in that figure, it consists of triangular iron strip which is called as plug share. The main part of that plug is a long shaft of wood which is called as plug shaft, and which has handle at one end and other end is attached to the beam which is placed on the bull's neck. See the structure of this plug. Here it is the small plug. Next one, the uses of this plug. See, it is used for the soil tilling. It is also used to improve the air circulation inside the soil so that it allows roots to breathe easily. It loosens the soil and allows roots to penetrate easily. It is used for turning so that it uproots the unwanted plants, that is weeds. So the earthworm and microorganisms which are present in the soil are called as farmers' friend because they do the further turning and loosening of soil and thereby increase the fertility of soil. Also loose soil help them for their survival. So this is all about the plug. Here figure 1.4 show that the instrument harrow. It is used to remove the unwanted plants, that means weed in the field. The next one agricultural tool is hoe. See the structure of hoe. It is the simple tool. It has a long rod of wood or iron. a broad bent plate of iron which is fixed to one of its end and works like a blade. So where does it is used? See, it is used for removing the weeds, and also it is used for loosening the soil and breaking the lumps of the soil. The next one agriculture tool, it is the tractor. This all of you know that. See, tractors are the motor vehicles with heavy tread tires. Large fields are plugged with the help of tractors. So tractors are used to pull farm machinery so that it will save the labor as well as time. So these are the three tools which are used for the plugging. See, the plugging of dry soil results in the formation of large soil crumbs, and these crumbs are further broken by the soil plant. So the till or plug land then leveled with the help of wooden or the iron leveler. So it prevents the erosion of soil by wind and water. Sometimes these manures are added to the soil before tilling because it can help for the proper mixing of that manure with the soil. Now the next one procedure, it is the sowing. See, sowing, it is the most important part of the crop production. It is the process of putting seed in the soil. So before sowing, the selection of seed is very important. What do you mean by the sowing? Definition of sowing is, it is the process of putting seed in the soil. But before sowing, we have to select the seeds. So seed should always be healthy, clean and of good quality. Hence farmers prefer to use the seeds which give high yield because diseased and low quality seeds reduce the crop productivity. See, if for the selection of seed, see if the infested seed are sown, then the pest may be emerge out of these seeds which may infest the crops and damage them completely. Infested seeds means which are the seeds which are attacked by the infest or the pest. So how we come to know whether the seeds are good, healthy or not? See, all of you have seen your mother to put some gram seeds in vessels and pour some water on them. So after a few minutes some seeds started to float on top. Why this is so? Because the damaged seeds become hollow and are thus lighter and therefore float on the water. So this is the good method of separating the good healthy seeds from the damaged one. Next one is the seed treatment. Seeds can easily be attacked by microorganisms. So for that purpose, they do, to avoid the attack of microorganism, they should be treated with certain kind of chemicals. See, so the crops which are grown out of the disease seed will also be unhealthy. So to avoid the attack of microorganism, the farmers treat this seed with certain chemicals by dipping in it, and that chemical does not allow the microorganism to attack and damage the seed. So that chemical is known as fungicides. If seeds are treated with these, they will be ready for sowing. See, this figure 1.2 shows the traditional method of sowing, how the sowing is occurs. This we will see in our next slide in details. Now, preparation of seedbed and care of seedling. First, what do you mean by the seedbed? See, it is the local soil environment in which the seeds are planted. This is known as seedbed. And the seedlings are the crops which are grown at certain age, and after that they can transfer and planted into the main field. So these small plants are called as seedlings. So there are different ways of sowing the seeds. See, sowing can be done manually or by using the traditional tool like the seed drill. So there are some of the seeds which are not sowing by put into the soil. Instead, they are sprayed in the field. So this process is called as broadcasting. So by using the broadcasting method, we can sow the seeds. For example, sorghum and maize. These are sown by the broadcasting method. The next one is the seed drill. See the structure of seed drill in this figure. A seed drill is a long metal tube with funnel at top. It is tied to the back of the plug. So these seeds are fitted into the funnel, passed down through 2 to 3 pipes having the sharp ends. So as plug makes furrow into the soil, this drill releases seeds into the furrow and sow them. So the seeds are sown uniformly at proper distance and depth, always in rows. So this is about sowing of seed by the seed drill. Now while sowing of seed by the seed drill, certain precautions have to be taken. What are those? See, seeds should be sown at proper depth in the soil. Why this is so? Because if seeds are planted deep, then they will not get proper moisture and air for germination. And if they planted on the surface, then they may get eaten up by the birds. So that's why seeds should be sown at proper depth in the soil. The next one precaution is seeds must be sown leaving appropriate distance between them. Because sowing at proper distance avoid the overcrowding of crop plants. Otherwise, the plants will not get sufficient sunlight, nutrient and water from the soil. So there are certain crop plants which require first sow in nursery bed. For example, paddy crop and some of the vegetables like tomato, onion, they require first to sow into the nursery bed, and afterwards they will get sow into the main field. So what do you mean by the nursery bed? Nursery bed, it is the place of high land for raising of seedling, and it is made up of pillar bricks and furrows. So that is, it is the name for the place to which these seedlings are transplanted. See, when these crops grown at certain age, the crops which were grown into the nursery bed, when these crops grown at certain age, they are transferred and planted into the main field. So these small plants are called seedling. So from these healthy and disease-free seedlings are selected and then transplanted into the field manually. Due to that transplantation, see the figure 1.9, manual transplantation of seedling in that agriculture field. So due to the transplantation, we are able to select the better seedlings and promotes the deeper penetration of root, which increases the crop productivity. So this is all about the today's session. Now rest of the topic we will see in our next session. Thank you.